A very good morning to one and all. Today, let us revise the first chapter of Geography, India, Size and Location. But when we talk about the size and the location of India, we must know something about the ancient civilization of the world. India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. It has achieved multi-phased socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. It has moved forward, displaying remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. India has also contributed significantly to making of world history, and India is also known as the cradle of human civilization. Then, first we will talk about the location of India. India is a very vast country, yes, obviously, population wise as well as size wise. Lying entirely in the northern hemisphere, the mainland extends between latitudes, I think latitudes and longitudes 8 degree 4 inches north and 37 degree 116 inches east and 97 degree 25 inches east. The Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer divides the entire country into two equal parts, the northern part of India as well as the southern part of India. To the southwest and the southeast of the mainland lie the Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands, as well as we have Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. Now, talk about the size of our country. As I told you earlier also, size wise, our country is the second largest population wise, and area wise, it is the seventh largest country. The land mass of India, the total land mass of India is an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. It means India's land share 2.4% of area in the world. It is clear that India is seventh largest country of the world, and India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometers, and the total length of the coastal line of the mainlands including Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6. I think all of you already read the book. You know about all these things. Now, through the map, you will see the India's size. Size in the sense, beta. Yes, the longitudinal and the latitudinal. See, in the western side as well as in the eastern side. So distance is about 2,933 kilometers. Same from north to south also. It is 2,114 kilometers. Now, the land mass of India. The land mass of India actually has a central location, means it lies at the center of the world between the East and the West Asia. India is a southward extension of Asian continents, the Trans-Indian Ocean which connects the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location to India. The Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean, thus helping India to establish close contact with the West Asia, Africa, and Europe from the western coastland with Southeast and Southwest Asia. No other country has a long coastal line on Indian Ocean. That is enough to justify the naming of an ocean after it. Suppose if a question is asked why India is named after Indian Ocean, obviously no other country has such a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. That's all. Now see the neighboring countries of India. And I think all of you already know about these one, because in your junior classes you had already read about all these countries. One by one I am reading and telling you their capitals also. Pakistan, Islamabad. Nepal, Kathmandu. China, Beijing. Afghanistan, Kabul. Bhutan, Thimphu. Bangladesh, Dhaka. Myanmar, Yangon. Sri Lanka, Colombo. Maldives, Male. These two group of Sri Lanka and Maldives, these are actually two neighboring countries which are the island countries located to south of India. Now, the world's 10 largest countries population wise. See these countries. First one, this data is given according to 2005, not according to the latest one. But almost the scene is same. Scenario is not changed. First, China, India, United States, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia, Nigeria, and Japan. Then we will talk something about the extension of our country. The longitudinal and the latitudinal extension of mainland of India is about 30 degree. It means from east to west, mainland of India, we have 30 longitudes. Despite this fact, the east and the west extent appears to be smaller than the north and south extent because of plateau region in southern area. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of time difference of 2 hours. Hence, time along the standard meridian of India. What is the standard meridian of India? All of you know that, because most of the time this question comes for 1 marks. The standard meridian of India is 82 degree 30 inches east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. This Mirzapur is also very close to Allahabad. Is taken as the standard time for the whole country because it passes at the center of the country, and the latitudinal extent influences the duration of day and night as one move from south to north. Yes, that's true. North India, northern part of our country is close to the close to the or close to the Tropic of Capricorn. But south of India is close toward the north. And you know very well, southern part is very close to equator, and on equator the duration of the day and night is almost equal. That is why we see the influence of duration of day and night, or the difference during the day and night in South India as well as in North India. In North India, we have days are shorter and nights are longer, especially in winter season. But the scene is changed in summer. But in southern, we do not have well-defined season of winter. Why? Because it is close to equator that remain almost throughout the year the same. Is that clear? Yes. The remaining part of the chapter will be sent you in next session. God bless you.